So this is making the rounds. You want full cringe? Here we go.
Great.
You're a winner. Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why, yes, we'll have to just cut him out of the show. And that is called, what's the word of the day?
Man-interrupting.
Man-interrupting, which could be a positive, it could be a negative, or it could be a...
Correctile dysfunction.
Yes, correctile dysfunction. I think that's one of our children trying to get into the room. But, the whole point is, because our children are about to come in, the whole point is that we interrupt each other all the time. Or sometimes our kids interrupt us. Hi, me. Okay, I'm coming.
Okay, go get Carmen.
Okay, so now that we cleared all of that up, wait, I cleared it up. Give me a kiss just so they know that I'm not...
Oh, I'm so happy.
And give me a kiss.
She's basically putting words in his mouth, and just essentially just brainwashing him.
They're the only reason he tolerates that shit because he's old.
No, agreed. Testosterone levels are super low.
You can
exactly.
tell.
It's crazy to me. This goes back to what I just said before about Anthony Mackey. I can't believe Anthony Mackey feels the ability to say what he said about masculinity being dead, but then we see another member of the Hollywood elite who is being totally emasculated by his wife.
Publicly all over the place.
Yes, exactly.
And he just takes it. And she likes to control him. And that's the one challenge you're watching is that women are actually being trained to control in this way, and then they want men that will actually rise, and yet they're constantly critical about the man and constantly cutting him off, and yet he doesn't know what to do because he's trying to please. It's a fucking problem. It's a problem all over. It doesn't just happen to dating. It happens in marriage. That's what happens to most of our guys. Our guys get balls completely cut off. The woman starts disrespecting him, starts cheating, or just disconnects and shuts down the body.
So what does that mean? When you're done having kids, guys, trembolone. That's what it means.
Trembolone.
And then all of a sudden, you give a shit now.
Exactly.
She's not saying shit to you no more. Nah. I got that trend. I'm ready to go.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
On the same
Gold
topic.
digger if she just wants you to pay for dinner. Gold diggers go after G-Wagons and Birkins, not a plate of pasta and a glass of wine. And I know this because I'm a gold digger. That's why I have things like, I don't know, land. The girl hopping into your Honda Civic to go to the Cheesecake Factory is not a gold digger. She is simply doing charity. If you don't have any gold, stop accusing women of digging for it. That's like saying women only like you because you look like Justin Bieber, but you're bald, babe. And to my ladies, if they're going to call you a gold digger anyway, might as well do it right. Life's a bitch, babe. Marry rich. Go find rich husband, baby.
Anybody have any thoughts on this? Honey, what do you think?
I love her. What? It's true, but like, I wouldn't be a gold digger, but I would go on dates for free meals. I'm not gonna lie. I'm guilty of that for sure. Yeah. Like, I knew I was absolutely not interested, but one guy did get me back one time where I went on a date, never talked to him again, and then later on I matched with him again. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna come pick you up. Why did I see his car go right past me? And I was like, blocks me on everything. But like, the amount of commitment to do that, but yeah, no, definitely not the Cheesecake Chicks, yeah.
It happens to be that the financial stuff isn't there, then we're not gonna get married on paper, right? We're just gonna put the rings and have a ceremony.
All right, we gotta land the plane here. This is getting a little too out of it. All right, listen, real quick. Do you guys remember what I said before? Using money as a crutch versus using money as a funnel. This is this right here, this woman, she's looking at it from the other side of the coin, from her perspective. If I use money as a funnel, I like going to Poppy Steak because I like the food there. I'm gonna go to a place that I like to go to, and we're gonna go for dinner. That's an experience because that's part of my funnel. If I buy her a bag on the first date, that's a crutch. If I'm like sitting there, a girl I've never gone on a date with, and I'm buying her first class plane tickets to come out and see me, get her a hotel room, and then let her go on a shopping spree before we go on our first date, that's a crutch. That's not a funnel. A funnel is, I'm throwing the sickest party in Bel Air tonight, rented a mansion, got security, and only like private guest list. That's using money as a funnel. There's a difference. What she's saying is essentially correct. I would never go to an expensive dinner, but I like going to really nice restaurants. I didn't move to Vegas so that I couldn't go to Mastro's or SDK. I love going to those places. It's really funny when she says like marry rich. The thing about it is I don't hate her for that. At least she's being honest with the way she feels. And a lot of other women aren't. They aren't being honest. They're like, their husband loses their job and they're like, we grew apart. No, he's not rich anymore. That's what happened. And then you broke up with him. That's what happened. And it sucks.
We've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open the door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night, this alarm is on, you text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men.
There you go.
When I saw this video, my first thought was Black Captain America actually feels like, how did he not lose his job immediately? Well, I really that is the most anti-Hollywood thing I've ever heard. That statement wasn't that transgressive. It wasn't that controversial. It was controversial because it's coming from a Marvel character. That is like the fucking epicenter of wokeness. And for him to say that masculinity has been killed for the last couple of years, that's why I thought that whole statement was impressive.
I'm glad he feels comfortable enough to say that, because I will tell you that I've seen Anthony Mackie talking in the past and simply dancing around those issues. But I think there's been a cultural shift that he feels comfortable enough to say that.
I'm very happy he feels that you can say stuff like that, because I promise you couldn't say stuff like that before and still have a job in Hollywood.